In the shadow of the oak stands a cabin old and warm, where the porch creaks neath my boots like it did when love was born. By the windowsill she left a faded blue bandana. Now it's just a dusty relic fighting time just like its owner. The sun sinks low, painting bruises in the sky, every hue a haunting whisper of a time that passed us by. And the sunset haunts with colors of your laugh, trails you blazed into my heart now but old photographs. The wind sings low, through the canyon calls your name. Oh, the sunset haunts, but the memories remain. Years have worn the leather of the saddle where you rode beside me wild and free on those endless gravel roads. Now the reins hang loose and the stirrups sway along. Echoes of the hooves are like a song that's barely known. Autumn rain on tin roofs plays a lonely plaintive sound. It's a rhythm of what's missing in the dreams that ran aground. And the sunset haunts with colors of your smile, gone the way of silent whispers and the miles the wind cries soft. Through the willow hangs the moon. Oh, the sunset haunts, and I'm making for you soon. Underneath the open sky, the stars watch and they know how the heart keeps secret places where a lonely cowboy goes. In the quiet of the night, with the cold seeping through, I'm learning that some shadows are just forms of me and you. So the sunset haunts with traces of your eyes underneath the vast unending aching skies. The wind's a gentle hand, the dusk a soft embrace. Oh, the sunset haunts, and its beauty finds your face. Yes, the sunset haunts where the old love never dies. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, there's an old porch where laughter used to sound. A dusty trail leads right up to where we'd sit, talking dreams over the horizon, fireside lit. But now the saddle waits, empty by the door. No one to ride the gravel roads or walk the floor. The wind whispers through the willow like she's calling me home, but home's just a memory, and I'm out here alone. Time's gone by like the river cuts through stone. Old cabin's empty, vines overgrown. Where once her scarves would dance upon the breeze, now there's just the silence and a sky too clear to ease. The saddle waits, still dust settle in like rain. Each grain a moment, each moment a pain. Twilight cries in colors, her name across the plains. I'm holding on to shadows, all that remains. I've wandered far under sunsets that bleed and fade. Each step away a betrayal, every return too late. Maybe all we get are moments, not the dreams we chase. Love's a fleeting shadow, not a trophy in the race. So the saddle waits, my heart knows its place. On the porch, by the oak tree in her timeless grace. If letting go's the journey, then I'm lost on the trail. For in every dusty sunset, her whispers prevail. Yes, in every dusty sunset, her whispers prevail. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, by the gravel road where our hearts went strong, we carved our names in the old porch wood. Under sky so vast, swore we always would. But the wind's got a way of wearing down stone, and the dust too thick where I now roam alone. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. I've seen rain wash the old tracks clear, and the saddles worn from those bold yesteryears. The echoes fade down Mustang Creek. No laughter floats, no whispers speak. Where we once danced, the shadows now fall, with nothing but silence for an old cowhand's call. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. If these boots could tread back through time, I'd find that dusty path where your hand slipped from mine. Maybe under that endless prairie sky, I'd tell you all the things I couldn't before goodbye. Back road died young, with our dreams left hung on a branch of that oak where our song was sung. Now every nightfall your absence I mourn, by the ghost of that back road where our love was born. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, where I'll always belong.
shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory, hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. The porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the woods is empty as the heartbeat's missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride, they've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the skies send. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as a fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust, both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars, guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever my heart. In the quiet of night the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go.
In the shadow of the oak, beneath the wide blue sky, a wagon wheel rests silent where the scarves of lasses lie. Echoes of laughter under stars that now seem dim. This trail of dust and memories, it all leads back to him. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain that dances in. Once rode the gravel pathways, now overgrown and lost. The weight of empty saddles and the lines that love has crossed. Rain washed away the footprints on the porch where she once stood. Only echoes fill the silence of the cabin and the wood. The wagon remembers, oh, those days now gone so far, as the evening calls the sunset and the night seeks out its star. Old porches creaking softly in the whisper of the wind. The wagon remembers love and the pain lone figure on the horizon, where the earth meets dust and sky, holding on to a ghost of fragrance as the world slowly passes by. Tales spun in the twilight of what could and what might have been. The heart holds on to what the mind tries to forget. In the play of shadow and sin, the wagon remembers beneath the weight of stars above. Each creak a verse of lost love sung, each turn a twist of love. As the trail winds lonesome to where wild lands begin, the wagon carries memories in the silence, thick and thin.
Out where the oak tree marks the bend, underneath that western sky, we carved our names, swore our love would never end. In the shadow of July, old porch creaking, whispers in the breeze. That dusty road knew all our dreams. Here on this lost trail left behind, memories like ghost towns fill my mind. Every sun sets a shade of her eyes, tears fall like rain from these dusty skies. This heart rides alone, the past it can't rewind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind. Years roll like thunder through these hills, echoes of her laughter in the wind. Faded scarf she left on the windowsill, each threadbare strand a whisper of what's been. The cabin's empty like the space beside me, where she used to lie. My dreams now reside quietly here on this lost trail left behind. Memories like ghost towns fill my mind. Every sun sets a shade of her eyes, tears fall like rain from these dusty skies. This heart rides alone, the past it can't rewind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind. Sometimes the heart's a lonesome rider chasing shadows, but the nights just hide her. And these whispers in the gusts of prairie wind speak a love that won't come round again. Here on this lost trail left behind, gravel roads stretch out with no sign. I keep riding where the stars no longer find the man I was when she was mine. Here on this lost trail forever confined, I'm just a shadow on the lost trail, this lost trail left behind. On this lost trail, this lost trail left behind.
silk scarf you left still whispers to me under the sky's fast fading embrace. Old cabin windows, the ghost of your face. Every gust brings your laughter, sweet and so wild. Lost in the echoes of the frontier, my heart beguiled. That scarf watched me leave down the gravel road worn through the fields where our dreams and wildflowers were born. As the sunset paints sorrows and hues so deep, your memory's a treasure I can't help but keep. Oh, how that scarf watched me leave, my silent confession, tangled in winds of relentless progression. Years felt like raindrops on that dusty porch floor, where we danced neath the stars, not needing much more. But time's a thief in the quiet dusk side, took you from the valley where the old rivers lie. Now I roam through these towns where the past seems to cling. In every corner a memory sings. And that scarf watched me leave down the gravel road worn through the fields where our dreams and wildflowers were born. As the sunset paints sorrows and hues so deep, your memory's a treasure I can't help but keep. Oh, how that scarf watched me leave, my silent confession, tangled in winds of relentless progression. Oh, every trail I trace and each road I ride carries the soft echo of you by my side. Maybe it's true, some loves never truly depart, they just ride alongside, deep in the heart. That scarf watched me leave, and it saw my tears fall as I whispered goodbye to the love that took all through the whispering pines. In the cold mountain air, I travel alone, but you're still everywhere. Oh, that scarf, it watched me leave in the silence of leaving. I forever grieve.
In the whisper of the dawn, beneath the old oak shadow long, I found her scarf, a piece of crimson tide. Today's now gone. The chill bit hard, the sky a slate of unforgiving gray. By that empty cabin door where our loved ones lay. Oh, the cold morning left behind with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. A sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn. In the silence of this wild land, to her memory I return. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across these quiet plains. Gravel roads and horses' hooves, the only remains. Where laughter filled the rafters, now just whispers to the ghosts. On the porch where we once danced, my heart feels her close. Oh, the cold morning left behind with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. As sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn in the silence of this wild land. To her memory I return. Beneath the endless stars I unload my saddlebag. Each item a chapter of love, every thread a rag. The wind carries stories of a fireside bright and warm. But now I face the chilly dusk, alone amidst the storm. Oh, the cold morning left behind, where I've searched but cannot find, except for the rustling leaves, speaking soft and kind. If love is a fading trail, let my weary heart prevail in the dusk of these old tales, where whispers sail in the shadows of the past. With the sunset's last gleam, I ride this path alone, with her memory as my dream.
I've crossed the rivers, climbed the rise, watched red dust paint the evening skies. My boots wore thin from years gone by, chasing dreams I couldn't tie. The canyon winds all knew my name, so did the storm, so did the flame. I rode with ghosts, I rode alone, my only home was what I owned. But she was the sunset I found, burning gold where the hills fell down. She stood like peace in a world untrue, with eyes like dusk and a voice like dew. I'd seen the world from town to town, but nothing shook me, nothing profound, till she looked up without a sound. She was the sunset I finally found. She had a garden by her door, and boots too clean for riding war. Said she baked her bread by hand, and read old books she didn't plan. I tipped my hat and barely spoke. She laughed and handed me her cloak. Said, cowboy, rest your saddle bones, even legends need a home. She was the sunset I found, a fire that warmed my worn out crown. I'd seen the stars, I'd kissed the wind, but never knew where love had been. She pulled me close without a rope, no tricks, no games, no lines, no hope, just her and me in common ground. She was the sunset I found. I didn't ride to find a flame, but somehow she called out my name, and every mile I rode before led me straight to her front door. She made no sound, just stood there like the end of day, soft and fierce in a honeyed way. And if this road should call me gone, I'll take her light and ride on strong, but I'll always turn my heart around, back to the sunset that I found.
mesa where the wild sage grows.
I met her under that old weathered oak. Her laughter danced on the breeze, touching my soul. In that quiet town where the river winds slow. Her scarf a ribbon of red against the earth, twirling like a promise in the early morning's birth. But those eyes, the ones that shone like desert stars, now just a memory in my lonely heart's bars. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, leaving colors running, washing dreams away. On empty porches where we once said our part, now only whispers stay, and her eyes fell apart. The years have tumbled like leaves in the wind, and the trails we rode have grown over and thin. The cabin we dreamed in now abandoned stands, a monument to love's labor lost to time's sands. The saddle hangs heavy, dusty and warm, like the heart in my chest, weathered and torn. Those gravel roads knew the steps of her boots, now they're silent as my old forgotten lute. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, colors bleeding out, turning vibrant to gray. Where laughter echoed, now the silence takes part. She's gone with the wind, and her eyes fell apart. In the hush of the night, I stare at the stars, searching for her face in the moon's gentle scars. With the wind as my companion and the dust as my friend, I whisper secrets to the shadows as I mend. Her eyes fell apart like dusk into night, each star a teardrop she left in her flight. On these long roads where my soul can't restart, I carry her memory as her eyes fell apart. Her eyes fell apart. Her eyes fell apart.
Underneath the morning sky that's tied down to a sleepy, dusty town's embrace, there's an old oak where we carved our names in the bark, now weathered just like my face. Saddle worn and leathery lies by the door of a cabin where your laugh once filled the air. Now the winds sing mournful through the boards, whispering tales of a love that's no longer there. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories, like storms to me, they boat under the morning sky. I lose my scarves you left, they dance on the porch or swing in the rhythm of a ghostly absent sound. The paths we walk now overgrown thin echo in the emptiness that I have found. The rain taps softly on the window pane where we watch the world in quiet peace. Now it just pours over my heart's terrain, muddying where once lay love's release. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories, like storms to me, they bought under the morning sky. I lose my fight every night, holding shadows, holding tight. Out there the trails fade where the wild horses roam. I roam too with thoughts heavier than my head, learning that some heartbeats echo like a poem, and what's gone like dust doesn't come back. So the sun dips low and I let you go, just a silhouette against the dying light. But in dreams you return soft and slow under the morning sky, my eternal night, forever holding you tight.
There's an oak tree just past the hill where silence talks and time stands still. Its roots hold stories left unsaid and bark like paper for the dead. I rode there slow, my hat pulled low. The sky burned gold, the wind moved slow. I pulled my knife and carved one line, the name I swore was once just mine. I buried my name beneath the oak, no cross, no stone, no preacher spoke. Just one last breath, one last vow to leave behind the man I was somehow. I didn't cry, I didn't choke, just carved and dug in prairie smoke. No eulogy, no farewell cloak, I buried my name beneath the oak. The grass was tall, the dusk ran deep. The sky looked down as if to weep. The crows flew low, the breeze was dry, and somewhere coyote said goodbye. I left no note, no kiss, no trail, just saddle creaks and one exhale. And if they ever ask of me, say he rode west where souls run free. I buried my name beneath the oak, where hearts go quiet and fire folk spoke, where thunder dreams and horses roam, and men like me find peace alone. Don't sing no song, don't light no flame, just let the dirt forget my name. Let wind and stars the story cloak, I buried it beneath the oak. Some folks die in towns and beds, but me, I chose the sky instead. No one owns the wind you see, and now the wind remembers me.
I buried my name beneath the oak, then turned my back and didn't look. The sun went down, the world went wide, and I rode off with no one by my side. If you hear hooves where no one spoke, it's just the man who left his name beneath the oak.
Out where the sagebrush paints shadows on the ground, your scar flew with the wild winds, there it found. Beneath the old oak tree where our names were carved, the land whispers secrets of two hearts starved. That scarf in the wind, like your love slipped through my fingers, wandering lonely trails where your sweet scent lingers. The sunset bleeds like my heart when I think of you. Every dusty path leads back, but we're through. Now the oak tree's grown, your name's still there, but the porch is silent, no footsteps to share. Gravel roads stretch out like the years that passed. Your empty cabin, shadows now cast. That scarf in the wind, like your love slipped through my fingers, wandering lonely trails where your sweet scent lingers. The sunset bleeds like my heart when I think of you. Every dusty path leads back, but we're through. In the quiet town I hear the echoes of your laughter. Each corner turned, I hope it's you I'll find thereafter. But it's just the wind, and the rain washes dreams away, left with only memories that forever sway. That scarf in the wind, like your love slipped through my fingers, drifting past old frontiers where wild heart lingers. The sunset knows my silent pain without you near. In every setting sun, in every falling tear, as the night draws in and stars start to twinkle, my heart holds the love that once made it wrinkle. And like that scarf flying high, lost in the blue, I walk these lands alone, forever loving you.
In the town where the oak trees cover old forgotten trails, she danced under starlight, her scarf caught the gales, her laughter filled the alley by the boarded up saloon, where we carved our names under the harvest moon. But her eyes hides a river where my poor heart is drowned. In the depths of her gaze, such secrets I found, like whispers in the wind, through the crumbling eve. Her eyes holds the sunset, my soul never leaves. Now the porch swings empty where we used to sit. The dust covers the saddle where together we'd fit. An old cabin by the river stands quiet, stands alone, like the bed we once shared, now just dust and bone. Her eyes hides a river where my poor heart has drowned. In the depths of her gaze, such secrets I found, like whispers in the wind, through the crumbling eaves. Her eyes holds the sunset, my soul never leaves. On the gravel road at dawn, where the mist seems to weep, I wander with the shadows where our memories sleep. The willows still remember, and the cold rain agrees. In every drop that falls, her reflection I see. Her eyes hides a river, now I'm drifting away, with each town behind me, more lost every day, till the trail ends in nowhere, beneath the silver moon's heaves. In the heart of the night, her eyes I can't leave. Her eyes hides a river, and I'm still drowning deep. Her love was a promise the world couldn't keep. Now every dusty sunset, every star I've seen believes her eyes will hold my forever, though her hand I can't retrieve. Trees shadow old forgotten trails. I found your flannel shirt, freighted freight of seams. It danced on a porch rail, whispering in the gale. Ghosts of you and me stitched in its weird dreams. That shirt still lingers like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread a memory, each tear a tale of trust. Underneath the white skies where your shadows cast. Years of road like thunder, echoes in the plains. Towns grow silent as the stars begin to fade. Where once laughter mingled with the summer rains, now only empty cabins in the groves we lay. That shirt still lingers like the scent of rain on dust, haunted by the sunset, painted in your rust. Every thread a memory, each tear a tale of trust. Underneath saddle sore and worn. Each step away from you, a new kind of morn. I wear your scarf against the wind, frayed and torn, looking for solace where our love was sworn. That shirt still lingers like the scent after the storm, a whisper of the past in the fabric worn. I carry it like a cross through the lands forlorn, losing you again with each day that dawns. As the sun dips low and the night claims the vast, I feel you in the silence, in the echoes of the past.
In the shadow of the oak, where wild daisies sleep, there's a rustic gate, carved with promises deep, where we carved our names under sky so wide. On that old porch swing, you were always by my side. Oh, the winds, they've changed, but the echoes remain, with every sunset painted in your name. A rusted gate, an unturned stone, where whispered love now moans alone. The gravel roads whisper with tales of the past. Empty cabins stare through windows, cracked glass. Your scarf in my pocket, a faded shade of blue, like the memories I chase, still looking for you. Oh, the winds, they've changed, but the echoes remain, with every sunset painted in your name. A rusted gate, an unturned stone, where whispered love now moans alone. Underneath the vast, forgiving stars, I saddle up my pains alongside old scars. Through dust and time, I ride these trails, a lone silhouette where the lonely heart prevails. Yes, the winds, they've changed, swept by sorrow's claim. Each twilight cries with the ghost of your name. A rusted gate, our dreams carved deep, in lands of shadows where love still weeps. Rusted gates, to the worn out past, to the love once lived, and the hearts that never last. In the fading light, where day meets the night, I'll remember you, dear, till the end of my fight.
There's a field just past the rusted barn, where summer danced and kissed our arms. Your laughter rang through dandelions like a love song without trying. I'd drive that old Ford, paint peeled gold. We'd race the dusk, not growing old. Your sundress swayed with every breeze, back when love was wild and free. Oh, in the fields of '89, we rode forever on a cotton line. With muddy boots and radio static, our hearts beat loud and automatic. You were 17, I was trying to shine. We were just kids, but God, you were mine. In the golden light of that county line, I lost my heart in the fields of '89. You liked your lemonade with ice, I liked your voice under starlit skies. We carved our names in the old oak tree. It still leans west like memory. You left for school, I stayed to farm, but your goodbye still feels warm. I hear your song in meadow winds, and every spring it starts again. Oh, in the fields of '89, where we slow danced to Patsy Cline. On cassette tapes we had to rewind. Those Friday nights felt so divine. Now the scarecrow stands where you kissed me blind, and all that's left are roots in time. But you still bloom in that old design of my broken heart in the fields of '89. We never got a second round, but I still see your dress swirling round. Every time the wheat bends down, I feel your love in this ghost town. So if you drive these roads someday, see the sun kiss amber hay, stop for a while, feel the air. You'll find us two still dancing there, not as we are, but who we were, in every breeze, in every blur. And know that some things time won't mind, like our forever in the fields of '89. Underneath the boughs of an old oak tree, where the gravel road meets the faded sea, I found her scarf, a whisper in the breeze. Boots closed her eyes, old memories seize. By that sunken cabin we dream aloud, stars are blanket, night shroud. Her laughter mingled with the coyote cries. In those boots she closed her eyes. Oh, the winds they howl, the dust it flies, on lonely trails where my heart lies. Every sunset paints her face in the sky, since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. The porch swings empty, the oak tree's grown, leaves rustle with the sorrow moan. That old saddle's dry, no more rides, since boots closed her eyes. Love abides, rain taps on the window like her gentle touch. In the silence her voice I clutch, but the echoes fade as the old dog sighs, lost in the dust where the past dies. Oh, the winds they howl, the dust it flies, on lonely trails where my heart lies. Every sunset paints her face in the sky,
these trails till my own goodbye. Every sunset keep her face in the sky. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes, forever in dreams where the old heart lies. Since Boots closed her eyes, since Boots closed her eyes.
In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers talk, I carved our names in the old gray bark with a shaky, hopeful hand. The cabin with its creaking boards sat hollow on the ridge, where the sunset bleeds through lonely panes and the wind sings through the sash. Oh, that empty bed called my name, like a lonesome haunting frame, in the quiet room where we lay our dreams. Now dust covers all we claim. The stars above the wildlands, once our hearts they did tame. Now they just flicker in distant sky, while that empty bed calls my name. The saddle hangs untouched, its leather cracked by time. The trail we rode together, now a fading line. Your scarf still lies upon that chair, its color worn by sun. Oh, how these silent echoes mock what we had begun. Oh, that empty bed called my name in the whispers of the rain. Every drop of memory falling sweet, mingled with my pain. The porch still holds your laughter in the creases of its frame, while the night air carries the weight of words, and that bed whispers my name. I wander through these empty rooms where shadows play old tunes. The dusted dances with the ghost of you under the melancholy moon. This heart once wild as desert blooms, now withers in its cage, bound by the silence left behind, by the turning of the page. That empty bed called my name through the thunder and the rain. Each thunderclap a heartbeat lost, a love I can't reclaim. As twilight paints the sky's last light and stars begin their wane, I hear the echo of that empty bed where once we lay. Now just my pain. So here's to the roads, both gravel and game, to the love that rode then drifted away. As the dust settles deep and the night claims its reign, that empty bed calls my name. Calls my name. In the shadow of the oak, where wild roses thrive, I carved our names under that endless blue sky. Your silver locket, warm in the palm of my hand, a sweet promise as we watch the hourglass sand. Will that locket watch me leave down the gravel road, with a heart too worn to plead and too broke to hold, under sunset's fading glow? where our dreams did weave. Only dust and whispers blow, and the locket watched me leave. Years flew like the sparrows, but we changed with the fall. From the golden fields to the old town hall, your scarf left on the saddle, the porch swings still. In the quiet of the cabin, time seems to chill. That locket watched me leave through the rain-soaked eaves, echoes in the chambers of the love we grieve. In the silence of the pines, where I still believe you're the lingering sigh of the breeze, and the locket watched me leave. On the rim of the canyon, I hear the river's plea, the whispers of you and me, lost in the tapestry. But every trail I wander, every star I see, is a memory I ponder of what can never be. Yes, that locket watched me leave, and I'm miles past reprieve. A cowboy with his shadows and a soul that can't deceive. As the moon climbs high and thieves the light from me, in the heart of the night, that locket watched me leave. So here's to the love that's gone, to the dust I cleave, on lonely trails forever drawn, where that locket watched me leave.